Good evening. We're here today just to meet people and see who have an interest in the sales job with us. We have a company information session that's scheduled for tomorrow night, so I won't be answering any specific questions about the job today. This is just a short get-together meeting and to kind of get to know each other. So let's begin by asking this simple question. Tell me about yourself.
Okay, well, I do have my portfolio here, so there's a lot of the same information that I'll go over with you right now. But just to start off, my name's Matt San Filippo. I'm 25 years old. I live in Indianapolis, near Broad Ripple. I currently work at Osterman Jewelers full-time. I work at Basbo's Pizza in Carmel part-time, and I'm also a part-time student. As far as hobbies, interests, things like that, I love to play sports. I love to travel. I've been called a social butterfly, so I really enjoy meeting new people, making connections with people. I can start a conversation with pretty much anybody. As far as work experience goes, I've been in sales for around 4 years. I've not only worked in retail, but I've also worked in direct sales. I've managed a direct sales company for vector marketing. So basically hiring, training, recruiting, everyone from my receptionists all the way up to my salespeople, and then retaining those people while I was continuing to hire and train people. I've been regionally, nationally, divisionally ranked in sales and recruiting, so definitely want to stay with sales and think that it's kind of the place for me.
All right, well, excellent. Now, in sales, there's times when we have to deal with a customer that's either upset or angry. Think of a time when somebody was angry with you and tell me about the situation.
Actually, just the other day at Osterman's, we had a customer. I had spoke with her originally. She brought a ring in and had a couple of loose stones in it, so I sent it off. We were going to get that taken care of. After the repair shop struggling with this for whatever reason that they were having trouble, we got it back about 2 weeks late, and I had spoke with the customer a couple times while we were having the trouble just to make sure that she was okay. She knew everything about it, and when she came in to get the ring, I checked it, and the same stones were loose. So she was, of course, very, very upset, not specifically at me, but just at the situation. I assured her that doesn't happen very often, talked to her, calmed her down a little bit. I was able to call not only the repair shop, but my district manager as well, and got them to bend the rules for me. So what I did for her, instead of shipping it out and then having to wait a couple weeks for it to come back, I actually was able to drive over to the repair shop, drop it off, and have them do the work while I was standing there, was able to check it before I left. So brought it back to her, and then I also, when I spoke to my district manager, was able to get her a 50% discount on the repairs that were done. So even though at the end she was still a little bit upset, she was really happy that I took the extra time to go out of my way to get things taken care of, that I was nice about it, and she assured me that she would be back and work specifically with me.
Oh, well, excellent, excellent. So one of the most critical activities we do is negotiate. And tell me about a time that you negotiated with a fellow worker, an employer, or an instructor. What happened there?
The specific thing that comes to mind is when I was in high school, there was a period where I was sick for over a month, missed everything actually. Basically, I had to take summer school. The one class that I had to take was a composition paper, a class where the whole class revolved around writing a 12-page research paper. So what I did was I talked to her. Well, I'm sorry, to back up a little bit, I also had a surf trip scheduled during this summer that I had scheduled way in advance, but of course wasn't going to be able to make it because I had school. So I talked to my teacher and convinced her to let me do, a summer's worth of research and writing and all of everything that I needed to do in about 7 days. So I wrote all my rough drafts, submitted them to her, spent day and night at the library, wrote my 12-page paper, got about a 98% on it, and was able to go on my surf trip.
Excellent, excellent. You're applying for a sales job, but I've never seen you sell. So here's an ink pen. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Well, Mr. Yancey, I know that you do work with a lot of students. I know that you do a lot of writing, things like that. So what I actually have here is InkJoy Papermate pen. Papermate, as you know, is one of the higher quality pens. They last a little bit longer than your average pen. Now, a couple nice things about this pen: it does have the clicker, so you don't have to worry about losing the cap. You do also have this piece right here, so you can put it in your jacket pocket. You don't have to worry about losing it or putting it behind your ear, which doesn't really look all that professional in a lot of different situations. And then, of course, you do have the grip when you're writing all day. You know, sometimes you'll get blisters, it gets a little uncomfortable, your hand gets a little sweaty when you've been writing all day, and it starts to slide around a little bit. So what they did was they made a little bit of a rubber grip for it to make it a little more comfortable in those longer situations where you need to be using a pen. Now, we actually sell these in several different ways. You can buy them individually. As everybody knows, you get a better deal when you buy things in bulk. So what we do have is 5 boxes for $20, and then if you do that, we'll actually give you a box for free, and you can do that as many times over as you want. So how many orders of those did you want to get?
I'll take them.
All right.
Excellent, good job.
Thank you.
I was looking at your portfolio, and I saw, looked like a top sales representative for the Midwest region, and I see your name circled a couple times on here. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, when I worked for Vector, that is the direct sales company for Cutco, which is a fine line of kitchen cutlery, accessories for the kitchen, so on and so forth. Basically, every week what they would have was they would, let everybody see the newsletter, which was in the region. It really ranged. There's a very high turnover rate in direct sales, as you probably know. So it ranged anywhere from around 1,000 people all the way up to 6,000 or 7,000 people in the region at a time. And what they would do is top salespeople would be on that list. So I believe the one that you looked at up front was for about $7,500 for a week. The average order is around $200 for your average salesperson. Mine was a little bit higher than that, but took a lot of hard work, and I was consistently ranked in the top of the region and actually top of the nation as well.
Wow, excellent, good job.
Thank you.
So this is all the time we have today, so I'd like to thank you for coming in, and we'll be giving you a call, and we'll get back with you.
Fantastic. I look forward to hearing from you.
Have a good night, evening.
Thank you.
Good job.